to endure that. I don't want to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's everyday life, though. But that's everyday life.
I'm not looking forward to the disrespect that she's gonna have to tolerate as vice president.
The disrespect. Are we not living in everyday life?
No.
The black woman gets so much disrespect every goddamn day. I can't even believe y'all even sit here saying y'all can't. Oh my God, I don't want to sit here and watch them disrespect Kay Harris. The black woman get disrespected so much.
What we're talking about,
y'all look at it every day.
What we're talking about is being on a international level, where
the black woman get disrespected on the international level every day.
We're talking about
who disrespects you internationally? Somebody from China called her and disrespected you.
Somebody called you from Dubai.
She went to the nail shop. He said, "Oh, your toe's so long."
I mean, now see, I would get real serious because I'm being serious and y'all laughing. I know this is a laughing show.
I had to grind to some time just to get it up. Wait, I got the plug on the line and he talking about. Wait, when I wasn't having, the hoe didn't love me now. Wait, what you talking about? Wait, I want the whole thing, fuck them ball eggs. Cold chain and some ball main. If I sold weight, I'd be in y'all way. God scale nigga, y'all way. Smokers like zombies round the house. Ain't no word like time and time is running out. Plug ducking me like Tiny Mouth. I was trapping hard on my mama couch. If she wash the clothes, she'll find an ounce. Watch the road, I was dining out. My Uncle Damon got some comments out. My Uncle Raymond did some time about it. Ain't no use to lying, you be lying to yourself like an iron shelf. Put the iron on the shelf like I'm rounding for death. Ironically, ironic as death. My mama eyes running, crying for help. I can finally rest at the find them hated like a final to rep. But I find a way, went and got it myself. Time it take just to polish myself. My soulmate make my soul wait till I soul weight. Turn a whole eight into a rose ray, fresh as cold cake. I'm a kiddy's hoe, catch a cold case. I had to grab to some time just to get it up. Wait, I got the plug on the line and he talking about. Wait, when I wasn't having, he hoe didn't love me now. Wait, what you talking about? Wait, I got the fan trying to catch me selling weight. Go out tips in the selling weight. Celebrating with the yellow tails.
Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. In my trap house, shoot some CeeLo. Having big combos with Migo. Told them we need us a kilo. Tell them bring them bitches pronto. Migo said that he don't cargo, but he put up with the cargo. I had honchos and some niggas with them choppers at the front door. Stand on the block, put in that overtime. We need that paper like underlay. Mine on that money, you ain't talking to millions. Then my nigga, you go the other way. I'm talking cash talk. You play with that cash, put cash on your ass talk. Still on the asphalt, deep in the game, trapping my ass off. Trap house fully loaded, trap house with my woadies. One plug got the bows, Migo got them hoes. Trap talking codes, trap talking codes, trap talking codes, trap talking codes. Trap house with my woadies. Trap house fully loaded. One plug got them bows. Migo got them hoes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes.
Cause we ain't talking on the phone no more. There's too much happening these days. You gotta watch who you serve. Tell on you anyway. When you got a bag like this, wanna see your downfall. We just gonna run it up. Up and see how we
rolling. Street niggas talking cold, man. Bricks hats and them bows in. Brick scale and the bold in. Broad Street did my gold, man. Slam bridges like rod, man. Fishing got my rod in. Bricks got my ass in. Cut them out the plastic. Watch me do some magic. Stretch it like elastic. My right wrist fantastic. I just chased the cash. Brand new digit dash. Brand new paper tag. Didn't even touch the stash.
Trap house fully loaded. Trap house with my woadies. One plug got the bows. Migo got them hoes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap talking codes. Trap house with my woadies. Trap house fully loaded. One plug got them bows. Migo got them
something walk up on you like. I'm like, yeah.
Hey. We are live. Hills to Cleves. How you doing this evening, Harlem?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
That's what's up. Where we keep it real fun and football 360. Let's go on the shoe cam. What you wearing that?
Ooh.
Oh, those are cute too.
You like them? Don't say little. As long as you don't say little.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't in the camera?
Yeah, they didn't get on.
Boom.
Thank you. I like the gold. It's the little
Appreciate
gold.
that. It's the little things.
Yeah, it's a little part. So for me, I just got on my little.
Let me see. Okay, a little bit. Okay, what do you call it?
Booties.
Okay.
My booty heels.
Okay.
They're so comfortable. And I just started doing insoles, so I can wear them even longer.
Hey, auntie.
All right. Yeah, you know. So we're going to jump right into our hot topics, y'all. And the first one we wanted to do was, we didn't really want to, like, talk about it just because it's been, like, so heavy, so much, like seriously, I'm so tired of it. But we did want to acknowledge it, right? So the verdict for George Floyd, you know, blessings and prayers for his family. And then the latest, Micaiah, you know, the 16-year-old that was literally shot by the police on arrival. So just wanted to acknowledge it, send prayers to their families. And we're going to move into our next hot topic, which is April, all season, wedding kickoff season. And yeah, we're doing a question all month. The question this month is, this week, questions all week. And the question that we have this week is marriage a requirement to stay with someone over 10 years? You know those people who we've been together.
I think for me, I know for women, if a guy doesn't marry them or propose in 5 years, they feel some type of way. I don't feel like that. Like, I feel like, what's the rush? You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're ready. You know what I mean? Like, there's no rush on at least for me, to get married. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how do you feel? I don't feel like it's a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, 10 years is a long time. Don't get me wrong, ladies. Listen, 10 years is, but 10 years is a long time. But I mean, I feel like some people don't care about those titles, though. I think, like, for legal reasons, if you've been together 10 years, you might as well get married. Come on now. But I don't feel like it's a deal breaker, though. I don't feel like, you know, if somebody didn't marry me in 10 years, but we're good. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a bond is more important than a title. I know a lot of people married that, you know, they're unhappy. So if you got a bond with somebody, what do you need marriage for other than obviously legal reasons? I mean.
And if you've been living with somebody 8 years, say you've been dating for 8 years.
7.
It's 7. It's called, what is it?
What y'all think? Love you too, auntie.
Marriage or something like that. Community marriage or common marriage.
Common marriage.
Common law marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what?
Look at Amos.
No. Amos talking about common law marriage. That's funny.
How you feel, Shauna?
I'm not fooling with 10 years, and I don't have paperwork, because it does come down to legal battles, and it does come down to what you can and can't do in the court of law, and what will and won't stand up. And yes, common law marriages are common, but it is harder to prove things in a court of law, and when you're trying to do things legally, if that person, knock on wood, passes away or can't do for themselves, you're still limited, and it's a lot of loopholes with that. So I want to be secured, and honestly, I'm just not giving you that long, but that's me.
Okay. You can't get that paperwork without actually being married, though. You can't get all the paperwork to have legal rights. Like, say, if he passed, and you can still get paperwork.
I agree. You can still, you get a will, get a trust. You can still get all that without being married, This man trying to get at it.
To not get married.
But listen, let me say this. Marriage isn't for everybody. Just like kids aren't for everybody.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? You can't force a man. Listen, if he waking up loving you every day, showing you you the only one, like, you gonna leave him because you're not married? You know what I mean? Like, you got a bond, ride or die, man, woman. You can't go. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people think the grass is green on the other side. Just because a dude married you don't mean it's gonna be all good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's me though. How y'all feel?
Okay, cool.
Somebody
All
said
y'all
facts.
Let us know. Common law marriage. Anissa said common law marriage. Yeah, so, all right, cool. Well, we're going to go on to our next hot topic, which we made a co-ed. A co-ed league has been it's been sizzling out there. And if anybody is anybody in flag football world, they probably play in the 8 co-ed league. Because the league is swole. Everybody out there. And it's a mixture, so you really get to see people's talents. So we just gonna talk about the scores from this past Tuesday night. Tuesday night, y'all can catch everybody at Silverback Park. Primetime Black played the Undertakers. This score was very interesting to see the Undertakers take a 0-32. Because remember, they won in Nashville, the championship. So it was very interesting to see that. But Primetime Black was at Central Park practicing this past Monday night because we saw them out there practicing next to us. So they were prepared. They were ready. Agent Orange versus the Assassin. The Assassins left the Agent Orange with a goose egg, and they scored 18 points.
Okay.
Assassins then played Dynasty. Very close game. Now, listen, I didn't expect this game to be that close. Dynasty 18, Assassins 11. I don't think I didn't expect that game to be that
close. Because Dynasty won at Nationals, right? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't expect that close. But good job to them. That just says the Assassins are constantly getting better. MIS versus EA Strays. Now listen, okay, this 25-9. Let me explain it. So we were up 9 the whole game, and then we didn't get the first down within like the last couple seconds of the game. So when we didn't get that, MIS had 22 seconds literally to score. They went down, they drove it down. It became 4th and goal on the goal line, like 4 yards out. They scored. Fine, cool. Then, we threw the ball deep downfield because we had about 2 seconds left. We threw it deep downfield. It got intercepted by Smiley. And then Smiley, they went to pitching it. They ran it all the way down. But we had stopped at that point. It's like 2 seconds. Game is over. We stopped. But then he still gave the ball back to Kat, and then she scored. So that's why the score was driven up so high. It was, you know what I'm saying? I just had to put that out there.
Right.
But
so it was still a loss. It just wasn't as bad as...
Yeah, it was still a loss. They still did their thing. But it wasn't this bad looking. It looked bad. And then who's on MIS? They have the best girls. They have like some top of the line girls.
They do.
Yeah, they do. They have Kat, they have Abby, they have Aisha, they have Misha, they have Chat, they have Rashida.
That's Justin's team, right?
Yeah.
I was supposed to be on that team.
He picked and chose his first.
Smart.
Because he had nothing but dogs on his team. It's like, dang, all right.
Smart man.
Yeah, but then look at this. Dynasty then turned around and played Primetime Black. That score was 23-0.
Goosey.
23 to Dynasty Primetime, which is so crazy because they just hit 32-0 on the Undertakers. So, reverse. And then MIS played Blue Iguanas, and that score was 31-10. So, that is a co-ed, and those are those scores. And, that's our hot topics. Now we're going to go into our first segment, which is 5 on your live.
5, man. So I got... Man, pick 5. So I'm going to shout out my auntie on my live. She's like 70.
Ooh, okay.
So auntie, yeah, she loved me. So shout out my auntie. I got Brittany Watts on the live. Joanna. Shout out to Joanna. She live in Miami. I used to train her kids. Ronaldo Reed. I went to Newton High School. Shout out Ronaldo. Those Cougars. I got Aisha Lowe. Beast Mode. I got my brother on the live. Shout out Cardan. Got my stepmom on the live. Deborah. I got Leslie on my live. Should I keep going? It's a lot of love tonight.
It's okay. That's more
okay.
Let's do 5 on the live. I'm going to do the first 5. So, as always, 1 Killer Cam.
Killer Cam.
JJ Sum series. Brave Free Soul. Anissa. Young OG. Cuba for Nike. Nikki. Okay. I'm gonna do the Rebels are on here. Dynasty is on here. That's 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
All right.
You getting love too. Shout out to all the love.
Yeah, y'all.
Shout out. What's up, Dexter?
We love y'all too. All right.
So on this week's Women's Health, it's self-explanatory. It's pretty easy. I think that I seen another player who actually posted this, and I was like, you know what, this is a good opportunity tonight for me to mention that, because I think it's something that isn't talked about enough, and it's normalizing natural medicine. You know, as athletes, you know, we get aches, we get pains, we get bruised up. You know, I went through a lot. You know, 10 years ago with thyroid disease, Graves' disease, I cured that naturally. Cholesterol, I recently had cholesterol, which blew my mind. Cured that naturally. So I think we got to get in a habit of, you know, anything we going through, aches, pains, illnesses, diseases, always try to find a natural path. You know, a natural way to cure things, because a lot of the times, you know, big pharmaceuticals, they're in it for the money. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, it just, whatever illness you have, it just, whatever medicine they give you is just masking it. It's not really curing anything, because if it cured it, you won't have to come back, right?
Right.
So not only are you saving yourself time, you know, you're saving yourself a lot of money. You know, people always tell me, like, man, you shop at Sprouts, Whole Foods, that's a lot of money. Well, I was like, you ever had cancer? That's a lot of money. Like, that's a lot of money to treat that. So, like, do what you got to do. But I always tell people, always find a natural way to heal whatever you got going on. You know, every month I used to suffer from bad cramps, and I know a lot of women do. And I used to take ibuprofen. And finally somebody was like, Sherelle, why don't you try CBD? And I'm telling you, CBD, game changer.
Really?
CBD is a game. I'm talking about even for joint pain. You rub the CBD on your knee, good God. Thank you, Jesus. Right? And there's no side effects to that. With ibuprofen, you got to worry about this, you got to worry about that. I mean, really pay attention to the commercials. They'll give you this medicine, right? And then they'll slide in the side effects. Oh, death. You can get kidney failure. It's like, what? That's worse than what I got going on. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we do that. And it's important to tell our great aunts and uncles, because, you know, we can save them a lot of money. Yeah. You know what I mean? So just always trying to find a natural way to whatever dis-ease that you have, because our bodies are amazing. We're natural healers. Our body can heal from anything, right? That's why we have an immune system. We give our body what it needs, it's going to naturally heal whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's almost like that movie, What the Hell?
Oh, man, there's so many.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all, that's Women's Health with Harlem. Just make sure you try to look at natural remedies before you take medications. The next thing we're going to go into is Talk Your Ish, Boo.
Ooh.
Game talk from games to Sunday. Nice. I was so excited to be in the field. It was so many good games. Literally was there all day. So let's go into the games, Harlem.
Woo! Which game? Let's go. Which game?
We'll start from the top to the bottom. You got them all.
All right, so we'll start with DOA and Code Red.
Okay.
I mean, I think everybody expected DOA to win.
I don't know, DOA.
No?
I did not expect them to win.
I did.
But I was excited that they finally got a win, because they won both of their games this week. So it was exciting. Like, okay, they're winning.
So I expected them to win. But I assumed that I thought Code Red was going to at least score.
I did too.
Even though I thought, it's funny how, you know, with that game, you know, when certain teams feel like they're going to win, they have a different morale.
Yeah.
You know, versus where, you know, you're going to have a battle, like your energy is different. So I think like DOA came out with the mindset of we're winning. And they played like that. They played real confident. So shout out to DOA. I mean, a win is a win. Next up, I think this was game of the week last week. Arsenal and Rebels. Well, one of the games of the week.
It was definitely a spotlight game of the week. It was and rightfully so. Because did you see the score?
Man, so Rebels won 7-6. That was a good game. I had an opportunity to talk to the head coach of the Arsenals. He felt like they had at least 3 opportunities to win that game. You know, they were, 10 yards from the goal line and they just couldn't finish. And he felt like that contributed to not practicing, having 5 people show up to practice last week. So when you don't show up to practice, you ain't got no game plan in those clutch situations. You don't know what to do. So, yeah, that 1 point loss, I know it hurts, but hopefully, they learn from that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't just show up. You got to put in the work. You want to win,
But, it shouts out to them because the Rebels haven't been letting people score on them all season long. And the Rebels literally were like, yo, shouts out to Arsenal. Y'all actually scored on us. They haven't been doing that. That's why they're ahead of the Tigers right now in rankings because they haven't given up many points at all.
All right, so next up we got the Warriors and DOA.
Okay.
And DOA got another win.
Exactly. I'm proud of you.
6-0. Shout out DOA. Let's go. Okay, got a little momentum, DOA. I think a lot of people expected that. So shout out to DOA for taking care of business. All right, the next game. Was it Spotlight?
Which one?
Primetime versus Arsenal. I thought that would be a better game. I mean, Primetime won 13-0, but then again, it goes back to what the head coach of Arsenal said. 5 people show up at practice.
Right.
You can't expect to just show up and you're not, prepared for your opponent. So, 13-0. Bama and Tigers.
Ooh! Bama and Tigers, and then we'll talk about let's talk about that game because that was the game of the week.
That was game of the week.
So we can spend a little time on that one.
20-0.
20-0. Now let's talk about that game, because we watched that game.
We talk about practice.
And then you know what? And so this game is the game where our player of the week came from. The player of the week, her name, I gave her a new nickname too.
What's her nickname?
Straight up. Rashida's new nickname is Roast and Toast, because she was roasting and toasting them all week and long. I literally was like, y'all gotta unplug my toaster from home. It's the good kind too. It's like the Hamilton Beach one. That's your new name, Rashida, Roast and Toast. Every game she played, every play, she was like literally, and I'm gonna leave it right here because this is for Rashida. This is Rashida up here with us. Every game she played, every route she did, she was after that ball, and it was like every single, even when they played the Stallions, every game. The biggest thing in the Tigers game, though, let's be like for real.
Let's be real, Shauna. Come on.
Real. Okay, we'll be real. The Tigers, you know what? When you play Bama, it is no secret. They're very open about it. They are an aggressive team, and they play that way. Fine, we know that. The Tigers, the defense works with the right personnel. This is the same defense that got the Tigers beat in the championship last season, leaving that right side open. And here's the thing: when you have 32 people on a roster, you got to do one of two things. You either gonna give somebody else a chance to do it, or you're gonna move. And shouts out to Persephone, man. She was a safety, and that girl was playing her butt off. She was over there constantly saving that right corner as much as she could. But Bama saw that it was a weak spot that they did not adjust, and they failed to make any swaps or anything. And Rashida was able to really kill that right corner. And that really is what cost them the game. They made adjustments on offense. Cherry went to center. Cherry doesn't play center, but she was a darn good center, and she was out there catching with them hands. Smart. Lisa came in as quarterback. Smart. They started moving the ball. Smart. But that defense is what killed the Tigers, and it's the same defense that killed them last time in the championship.
So I wasn't able to attend the game live, but I did get to watch it on Tigers Live. I just felt like from the jump, I sense fear in Twin. I mean, there was one time, it was a perfect snap. She just fumbled it and dropped it. Like, that's fear to me. You know what I mean? Like, there was opportunity she had to run. Like, get out of there. They come in. It was just not. I didn't sense any confidence. You know what I mean? And I get it. Listen, I'm the first one to say quarterback is the toughest position on the football field. I get an opportunity to play quarterback, and it's tough. And so I recognize that. But it was like they were getting, no yardage with Twin at QB. And I was actually shocked because I said that the Tigers were going to win. I had an opportunity to win. But, when Lisa came in, they started to get 10, 15 yards. They started moving the ball a little bit. On the defensive end, like I said, you got to put people in the... listen, if you can't guard somebody one-on-one, right? Guarding a wide receiver, especially a top wide receiver, it's tough, especially one-on-one. I at least expected Jordan Jam to bring her to... What's her name? Poor Stephanie. Yeah, at least Jam. If you can't guard her one-on-one. And then she was giving her the outside. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, you're giving her the outside?
Rashida was running 2 routes if you really watched it.
No, yeah.
She was running 2 routes.
I know.
And every play she was running the same 2 routes, and every play she was roasting and toasting.
But I'm not giving you the outside where there's no safety over there. I didn't understand that. But like I said, I think with all those players that he has on the sideline, you have to give somebody else another opportunity to step up and prove that maybe they could do a better job at that position. That's me.
Yeah.
You know?
You said you ain't gonna give up the outside. Hold on.
I'm not going to give up the outside with no safety there. And she's got 4 inches on her.
Amos is asking a question, y'all, for y'all can't hear.
Is there a safety in the middle of the field?
In the middle. So you're going to force it to the middle, right? Not the outside.
Okay, because it's a safety in the middle of the field. Okay, I got what you're saying.
Yeah. But she was forcing her to the outside, and the safety was in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? And especially if you're not athletic. I would force her to the outside because I'm athletic. I'm going to jump with her.
Yeah.
Well, I go man-to-man against Rashida.
Safety over top.
I don't.
No, she doesn't when she plays.
Most teams do. Yeah, but I don't.
That's why Persephone was like,
Yeah.
She was
But I think Joy should have jammed inside when you got help after the catch. She was.
Listen, that's okay. We gotta. That's okay.
First of all,
just get out of there. I get it. Yeah. But she got saved a lot. All right, moving on. But yeah, I didn't see 20 zip. You seen 20 zip? I didn't see 20 zip.
I didn't see 20 zip coming.
But listen, we always got the playoffs, so you never know. All right, so next up we got the Rebels versus Primetime. I mean, Rebels, oh 6-0.
Goose bottles. They leaving them and on purpose.
I mean, they're not scoring a lot, but they ain't giving up nothing either. So, I mean, shout out to the Rebels. I had a chance to talk to the coach. He said they was going to win. I was like, I don't know. He's like, we've been practicing for them. We ready. So, shout out to the Rebels. They're 7-1, right? 7-1? Only lost to Bama. All right, next up we got Code Red versus the Stallions. That game was 22-0. I think everybody expected that. Next up, MTB versus X Factor. 7-0. NTB. It was a good game. It was
a good game. And you know what? Shouts out to NTB though. You know, NTB hasn't really been, I'm sorry y'all, NTB hasn't really been winning a whole lot. But shouts out to those girls for driving from Alabama every week and making the most out of this experience. And special shout out to the one, you know, she had on the Sour Patch Kids shorts. They were so cute. I went to the dollar store and got me some Sour Patch Kids. Can you get me some shorts? I wear a size medium. I'm going to be there on Sunday. Them things were so cute. Okay, what was the next game?
All right, next up we got the Warriors versus Bama. That game was 28-0. I think everybody expected that.
Roasting Toast that game too.
She did. Oh, yeah, I did see a little. You know what's crazy about that? You was there.
I was there. Roasting Toast.
I told that corner exactly what Rashida was going to do.
And she did it.
And she did it. And she did. The corner did something opposite. I was like, I just told you. So, anyway, I mean, but listen, the thing about it is, the thing about a good wide receiver, you can know what they're about to do. You still got to guard it. Like, you still, you know, it's hard to stop. So, all right, next up we had Tigers versus NTB, 24-0. Expected. You know, I expected them to come out and slaughter them after, you know, what happened to them earlier. Next up, we had APOC versus X Factor, 34-zip. Expected. NTB versus Storm. Storm won 7-0. So,
game.
Shout out to Storm. It was a good game. All right, next up, we had Stallions versus Bama. Listen.
That was a great game.
I didn't see that live. But I seen the video after.
It was a great game.
Listen,
let
me
say
this. Let me say this. Stallions line. When I say you hike the ball, Renee ain't see nothing but green. That's a hell of a line.
I'm telling you.
I think if Renee had the speed, she running in the end zone. There was nobody there.
She could run.
And one thing that I noticed that Bama did, when they hiked the ball, Bama corners was following the receivers. Back turn. All Renee had to do was run, but it was like, if you don't have the speed, you know, they was just running her down. But when I tell you it was wide open.
It was. I'm telling you, I watched the game and I was sitting there excited. And the best part of that game, though, you know, at one point, it got to the point where in the game, I literally stopped watching the receivers and I was just watching the O-line and D-line. And that twin, Marlo, She tiny, but boy, she was in there with the best
Fighting.
She was in there, and then let me tell you, Twin in 53. You know, 53 was knocking people out all day, literally. But when she went up against Twin, oh no, honey, she met her match. It was like two like freaking zebras, and on Animal Planet, it was like, where you think you going? It was, and then Lady Slab was like laying them out too. It was the battle of the O line, the D line for that game for me. And if you're right, if Renee could run, because her line had it all day. It was
nobody.
The Stallions get one or two more receivers on that team, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. They're gonna upset a lot of people. But
I mean, I heard it was a physical game.
It was.
But you know, Bama's known for
for physical, and they're
for
upfront
physical
about
and.
that. Yeah.
But man, 8-0.
Listen, them Stallions.
A lot of people didn't expect that score, man. Shout out to the Stallions.
Yeah.
You see them again in the playoffs, you never know. You know what I mean? Like, for real. So, so next up we got APOC versus Storm. 30 zip. You wanted to say something?
No.
Go ahead, say what you gotta say. We moving on?
Yep.
Okay.
Because of this.
All right, that's it. That was last week. I mean, some good games last week.
That's some great games.
It was.
All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out 2 seconds to bring up our guest, TJ. Come on up here. And for you guys that don't know, if you hear this name, you guys should know this name, though, because you probably turn around and see this guy. Come over here, TJ. On the field, he's always out there snapping. You look online and you see these beautiful pictures of y'all, like literally in the air, in motion. All of that is done by this wonderful photographer, TJ. Hi,
What's up,
TJ.
How y'all doing?
Good.
We won't keep you too long, but we just wanted to make sure that basically you had a chance to really introduce yourself to the league, because a lot of women see you, but we don't know you.
Yeah.
So tell us who you are and what you do. And
So I'm TJ, you know, photographer, trash talker, and also, you know, coach, depending on, you know, if I know you or not. But, but you know, I just got into the Atlanta League last year, like around July. And I just used it to, you know, practice my photography skills. And, you know, I don't really charge nothing. I just accept donations, but, you know, I'm using y'all to help me perfect my craft. Which, you know, if I get some good pictures of y'all, hey.
portfolio.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. Y'all love it.
So what's your end goal with photography? What do you want to do with it?
I mean, nothing much. It just gets me out the house. Because a lot of people that know me know I travel 2 hours just to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Macon.
I just found that out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Y'all know he live in Macon? He comes from Macon to come and take pictures of the women in the league, y'all.
Yeah.
So if y'all see him, please say thank you.
And stop harassing TJ. I be seeing these women just jumping on him and all kinds. You got a girl? Hope you ain't got no girl.
Your girlfriend, TJ.
He ain't got none. Listen, he ain't got none.
Wait, TJ, announce that because we need to hear you say it. She need to hear you have a girlfriend, TJ.
I do not have a girlfriend.
Ooh,
Well, I can tell.
If you thought you was his girlfriend.
Woo, I don't know how you do it every weekend, brother. Man, they be on him. I'm like,
Nah,
all right.
I just taking it stride.
You taking it? Yeah, you used to it, huh? You just
Well, what
chilling.
game are you excited to see this week and take pictures of this week?
It's gonna be hard because you know I play 8-man and we got our playoffs.
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
cool.
you know,
We might miss you this
We
weekend.
might miss
huh?
you this weekend.
Oh,
But
man.
that's okay. You'll be there for our playoffs and maybe Lynn Lewis and possibly.
I will be there, Lynn Lewis.
Awesome. All right.
Awesome.
Just booked my room today. So
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
down there.
Okay.
Then after that, you know, playoffs and everything, I'll still be there for y'all.
Awesome.
Okay.
And I know you wanted to tell the ladies just personally, and you could just look right there, like how proud you are of them, and then we'll let you go.
Oh yeah, for all the women in the league, you know, this is my first year, but when I saw it last year, I seen some teams that were struggling, but now I'm looking at them now, and improvements across the board. Like all of y'all are playing some great football. You know, I'm excited when I come watch, and I'm like, man, I used to go back to my school and be like, man, these women playing better than y'all. Y'all supposed to be live, breathing down football. A lot of these women, you know, have lives and stuff, and you know they can't do it how y'all want to do it. But I wanted them to come up and watch because they can learn a thing or two from y'all. Especially on my receivers, they need to watch all.
Well, I'm still learning. But before you go, because you've taken some amazing pictures of a lot of players in the league, do you have an Instagram? So when they share your picture, you can get some acknowledgement. I know you said you don't want to do anything with it, which I think you should. How can they shout you out for your work?
Yeah.
Because you never know. Somebody may see your work and want to hire you to do weddings. Might hire you to come, take photos of their children at their sporting events. So how can we share your love for photography?
Facebook, TJ Jackson. That's my name on Facebook. Instagram is Willie.Beeman5, which, I did that on purpose because, the kids at the school were trying to find it. So,
yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, TJ.
Thank you, TJ.
So happy to have you, and we'll see you at the game. Yes,
thank you, TJ.
All right, so that was great. Now we're going to go into the people versus the podcast chicks. And boom. All right, so let's start with Spotlight Game of the Week. APOC versus Tigers. This is Spotlight Game of the Week. So the people... Okay, Harlem. Well, okay, we're gonna still do it fair. Who you predict gonna win this game, Harlem?
APOC? What?
Well, all right. Well, the people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. But you know what?
So who do you predict?
I predict. No, let me tell you why. Let me ask you a question. Nothing extra after the question. Just
no.
No. Just a one-word question.
Yep.
Just a true or false. Is it true? You were so wrong for that. True or false? Is it true that the Tigers beat y'all, APOC, in league game last year? Just true or false?
That's true.
Okay, that's it. So that right there, and the Tigers coming off a rough week, this past week versus Bama.
Can I ask you a true or false?
Go to the.
Is it true? Can I ask you a true or false?
Wait, hold on. When I finish, that's 2 seconds. They're gonna go into this game ready to go, fired up, and they're a team that's gonna bounce back. I'm going with Tigers this week. Game.
You're not being.
What you want to ask me?
I don't even want to ask you the question anymore because I just feel like you're not being real right now. Your love for the Tigers, like I get it, like you can love a team, but you gotta be real.
I am, but I talked today about how I literally went against the Tigers for the first time in my honest, true opinion.
So what's the difference between us and Bama?
I think the biggest difference between you guys and Bama, as far as like the Tigers having a chance to win, we even said it when we said the Tigers did a lot of mistakes that they hurt themselves with Bama. I mean, they had one girl roasting toast 3 times in the same spot. So I think that Coach Herm is going to either give somebody else another chance at that spot, change that defense because he doesn't have the personnel to play that type of style, or they could lose if he doesn't.
Okay. I will say this. I hope that Day Day is back because the thing that we failed to mention was Day Day was hurt this past weekend, and she's a big part of what the Tigers do. And me and Day Day, we're cool. Every time I see her out there every Sunday, like I love Day Day. So I hope that she's back because one thing about me, I want to beat you at full strength. I don't want this person out, this person hurt. Nah. Right. I want your whole team there. So when we win, there's no excuses. So I really hope Day Day's there. I just think we just have too much talent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Offensively, we got too much. Like, what are y'all gonna do?
Y'all do, and I see. I see it, and I see
right?
That, and I think that I'm gonna reach out and see if Day Day is gonna be back.
Please do. I hope she is. Day Day
make a difference. And then I hope Coach Herm changes that defense because that's the same defense that got the Tigers beat in the championship game against APOC last year. One girl was able to roast and toast that same back right corner and keep scoring the whole game. So something's got to change, or else the Tigers will lose.
I hope Lisa's there too.
I don't know if Lisa's gonna be there. I'm gonna reach out because she might have to work, but I know she did say she might take off, but we're gonna see.
Lisa, take off.
Lisa, take off. Yeah, because it's interesting to see playing against her old teammates. That's another little piece of
ugly
rival in there.
Duane. Pew 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 pew.
Oh my God! Next game.
It's going
Rebels versus Stallions. Well, in the APOC versus Tigers, the people said 75%, 25% Tigers.
You smart.
Rebels versus Stallions.
Oh, that you know what? That's gonna be a good one. Man, short.
Dwayne, who you picking?
Who you got,
Who's
Dwayne?
our producer picking? Dwayne said the Rebels.
You know what? I think. You know what?
Shouts out to my sister Jen. Hi, Pooh.
Listen, I think Stallions take that one. It's gonna be a close one, but I think man,
you know
listen.
what? I think the
Stallions.
But here's the thing: the Rebels prepared specifically for prime time last week, and they won. Whereas people didn't really think they were going to win. I think those Rebels are going to prepare specifically for the Stallions this week, and as long as they know that they don't have the strength to go head to head with that Stallion line, they have a chance. If they try to go head to head with them Stallion line, they ain't got no chance. So their offense is gonna have to get gone. And
What y'all think?
Yeah. So what y'all think? I'm live.
Stallions, Rochelle.
Okay, I think Brooklyn agrees with me. So
okay,
but
it's gonna be a good one. I just think
the people,
right.
The people said 50% Stallions, 50% Rebels.
50-50.
The people came out 50-50.
Oh.
And that's over 100-something votes. That's like, that was literally almost like 200 votes we got up to, y'all. So it was crazy. It was literally 50-50.
That is gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Bama versus DOA.
Come on now.
All right, yeah. Bama.
Let's go. Oh, y'all right?
In the building, they said
okay. Okay. DOA said they right. Okay.
Let's go. They're in the building, y'all.
They said don't do them.
So Bama better watch out because DOA said we ride and we're not scared. They're not scared, y'all. So the people predict 91% Bama, 9% DOA. Next game is NTB versus the Stallions.
Stallions, come on.
I think Stallions.
Yeah.
The people predict 9% NTB, 91% Stallions.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is Arsenal versus Tigers. That's gonna be a good one. I'm surprised.
I think that's a good one.
It is.
That's a good one.
Traditionally, year over year, they've been neck and neck. The Arsenal's always been right there on the Tigers.
If Arsenal come to practice this week, they got a chance.
If they come
Craig, get your girls together.
Coach Craig, get them on the phone. Get them at practice because we want to see a real battle.
We do.
I'm taking the Tigers on this one, and the people are in agreement with me. 80% Tigers,
Yeah, I think
20%
Tigers.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
All right. APOC versus Rebels.
APOC. I think it's a good game.
It's gonna be a good
It's
game,
a good game, but
I think if those Rebels can really prepare specifically for Tigers, they'll have a chance. I mean, sorry, for APOC, they'll have a chance to stay with them. But I think in the end, APOC will probably
would you say
pull it
Duane
out.
14-0?
I think APOC will pull it out. I don't think it'll be a blowout because I think they're going to really play. But
I think that's a good game.
It's
I
gonna
think
be a
that's a
good
game that we gotta come. You know, we've been having a lot of fun this year, and it's been fun having a lot of fun. You know, that's the whole point. But I think like the Rebels, we really gotta lock in. You know what I mean? Like we really gonna have to lock in and just put them away early. Because if not, you give them a chance. Yeah, you give that team confidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what we're here for, to have fun. Like honestly, if you're not having fun, what are you doing? But I think that team we're gonna have to lock in and really punch them in the mouth early.
You're going to have to punch them in the mouth. Or
Yeah, early.
Speak up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 89% of people said APOC, 11% said Rebels. Bama versus Primetime.
Bama.
Yeah, Bama. 76% of the people said Bama. 24% said Primetime. NTB versus Warriors. This is game of the week.
Ooh. I'm gonna go for the Warriors just because they're an Atlanta team. I'm gonna go for the Warriors. Don't disappoint me.
Come on, Warriors. Let's do this. Let's go. Y'all gotta get out there early and move that ball. So 87% of the people said the Warriors. 13% said NTB. The next game is Storm versus Bama. I'm gonna go Bama on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. 85% of the people said Bama. 15% said Storm. So people have faith in the Storm still. So that's really good.
That's good.
That's really good. All right, the next game is DOA versus NTB.
DOA. I think DOA should
Yeah.
take care of business in that one. If they give NTB any confidence, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble.
Yeah,
though, 'cause those NTB girls, let me tell you something.
They show up. They show up. They might not have matching jerseys. But they show up. But that's the thing. It don't matter. Listen. No, that ain't even a shot to them because you see some people on game day. They got the Nike head to toe, looking good,
and they don't show up.
and it's
They don't play
just
good.
those girls show up every week and they
play
communicate
hard.
and they play hard. They got this big
play
running back.
hard.
They communicate. So listen, you can't give NTB any confidence.
The people said 75% voted DOA and 25% voted NTB. Don't take it wrong way, haha. These are just predictions of versus the podcast. Primetime versus X Factor.
Yeah, Primetime should take care of business.
87% said Primetime, 13% said X Factor.
They had came in here.
I know. Yeah, we know.
X Factor did say that. Yeah, they did. They came to the podcast. They did.
Prime time you say prime time, huh?
Yeah.
Arsenal versus Code Red.
Arsenal.
85% of the people said Arsenal. 15% said Code Red. So there's still some hope for Code Red. Code Red versus Storm. Now this is gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a great game. And it's gonna
what's
be
the people say?
Who wants it more? The people said 14% Code Red, 86% Storm. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
X
Storm
Factor,
should win.
yeah. But this is another really good game that I can't wait to see. X Factor versus the Warriors.
Oh,
To me,
I would expect
50-50. That's gonna be a good one.
Warriors X Factor.
But if those Warriors do not come
I think
down,
they don't come through for this.
they got to come down on that running game. If they don't come down on that running game, they're gonna get beat. The people have faith in the Warriors. 76% say the Warriors are gonna win it. 24% say X Factor. So that is the people versus the podcast segment, y'all. All right, so we're gonna go into closing announcements.
Okay. Before closing announcements, though, if you had, because we did our progress report midterm.
Yes.
Who would be your coach of the year so far? If we did it last week,
it would be tied right now because I really like Arnold. I like Coach Billy, but they're like one, so they're like the same.
I would say Gates and and Billy. That's tough. They like neck and neck to me.
So
yeah.
Okay, so when we give those final reports, coaches after the finals, we're gonna give y'all our Coach of the Year award too.
Yeah.
So so far right now.
Yeah, I think Gates and Billy. What y'all think?
Yeah, who y'all think? Okay.
What they say?
All right, cool. All right, so Lynn Lewis is coming up. It's next weekend. A lot of people are going to be there. All women tournament down in Palm Coast. If you didn't get your room, they had block offs at the Hilton Palm Coast. So, and remember, this is a sanctioned tournament that is getting y'all one step closer to the $200,000.
We coming for it. We coming.
Sevens. We got to start following sevens because that's where a lot of the money is.
We coming for it.
And then Virginia Beach Invitational, June 19th through the 20th. Don't forget that one. The Weekend Warrior in Orlando, July 10th through 11th. And then another satellite sanctioned tournament, May 29th through the 30th in New York. So that's our
good.
show. I'm gonna keep eating my Sour Patches. I hope you see this Sour Patch shorts. I want some shorts like that for pajamas. Roasting Toast, our player of the week. And any other closing words?
You gonna bring that toast on Sunday?
I might, man. Roasting Toast is like my new pom-pom for her because it was ridiculous how she roasted and toasted all day. It wasn't just one team.
Dang.
It wasn't just one play. It was all day.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
I believe it.
Roasted Toast. All right, what you got to close out?
Man, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and do what you love and love what you do.
All right, y'all. Bye. And we'll see y'all next time on Heels to Cleats.
Man, you really bought a toaster. I didn't even see the toaster. I didn't even see the toaster.
In my pocket, no bands, my reds. Nigga, these watches, spend my shit. Gonna need you a doctor, free my guillotine. Oh my God.
Without real, them free the minutes, nigga. They free the fucking minutes. That's a bar. Yeah. The rest of the guys. This sound like oil. Don't worry about the car I drove. Don't worry about the car I drive. Don't worry about the bitch I fuck. Don't worry about the bitch she mine. Don't worry about the block I bent when a nigga got hit and he almost died. Don't worry about the shit I do. I stay in my lane, little bitch, I'm a vibe. I create the mold, little bitch, I'm a vibe. I'm flashing past when nobody can ride. I'm on my business, I do what I do. Now stack up these homies, take care of the guys. I'm going all the way down about the slime. I'm going over beyond about mine. Last nigga play with the gang, got 5 nigga free, little Fletch, I mean he tried. Out of 10 of my steppers, they the least got 9. So I be Netflix time I cried. Drake still with me on these bitch that roll. Stop this bitch that free my bros. Block still fit even though I'm chopping. Drop this bitch, then explode my eyes. Say you on the clappers, nigga, I sent him. Penthouse fat, nigga, I'm a 10. Every time I think it's a play, I blow. Track outside, limo test, that could, who could, look good, got smoke. All my young niggas still sell dope. So my bro can't talk on no phone. Think shit sweet till you up in them zones. Talk to a beast, nigga, watch your tone. Bitch. Don't worry about the car I drove. Don't worry about the car I drive. Don't worry about the bitch I fuck. Don't worry about the bitch she mine. Don't worry about the block I bent when a nigga got hit and he almost died. Don't worry about the shit I do, I stay in my lane, little bitch, I'm a vibe. I create the mold, little bitch, I'm a vibe. I'm flashing passion, nobody can ride. I mind my business, I do what I do. Now stack up these hundreds, take care of the guys. I'm going all the way down about the slime. I'm going over beyond about mine. Last nigga play with the gang, got fried, nigga free, little Fletcher, I admit he tried. Yeah, real deal stepper. I'm with steppers, bottom boy, rapper. Not no rapper, nigga gon' slap who? Wrong with your slappers, boy. You just a yapper, you want attention, come get the clappers. You want attention, come eat the smackers. Fuckin' we ball, Yankees in charge, I'm still in the hood, I'm good. On 10, I don't know how to fall. I came from Nancy, I want it all. Dead or in jail, I'ma do it for my dog. Used to play the bench, now I'm playing with the ball. I ain't racing no nigga, just know I ain't stallin'. No, don't worry about the car I drove. Don't worry about the car I drive. Don't worry about the